When was the last time you had played outside without a plan? I don't play outside. I just go on like walks and jogs. It's cardio, baby. Go outside and fuck around for no reason. Not in a long time. Ever since I moved to Florida, because I don't have friends here. Sorry, that sounded really sad. Sorry. Well, it's true. Other than like my family, I don't know anyone else here. I have like one friend in Florida. I kind of explained how I got myself into the situation. It was just like life, I guess. It was part of the reason why I became a VTuber, though. To be fair, my being alone for like a year straight did contribute to me full committing to like being a VTuber. So it wasn't a bad thing. Wasn't a good thing either, though. Gotta go to the neighbor's house and ask if they could come outside and play. I'd look like a freak, bro. Hell no. So I just graduated high school and I had a job and friends. I was a very outdoorsy person. And it was near the time COVID was ending, so I was hanging out with friends more and more. Summer just started and I had a part-time summer job and I just graduated high school. I was ready to work at my job and hang out with my friends during the summer. But my parents kind of hit me with a curveball saying, hey, we're moving to Florida. I'm like, what do you mean? And I'm like, oh, when? And they're like, oh, in a few weeks. And like, the worst part was I already had like my college picked. I was planning to go like with like college to like with friends and stuff. So that was sad. And then I moved to Florida. Florida is fun in all the worst ways. I'm definitely moving out of Florida for sure. This isn't a place, it's not a terrible state, but it's definitely, I don't want to live here forever. They always just want to play a game and then you end up in a salt trap. I don't have a saying over it because I just graduated high school. I was still 17 at the time, not even 18. So I moved to Florida and it was literally just the worst combination of stuff. So I just came from the very cold north and I moved to one of the hottest fucking states in the country. I did not enjoy the heat at all, whatsoever, did not like it, which caused me to not really go outside because it was 100 Fahrenheit every day because it was dead center of the summer. I didn't really go outside. I was an outdoorsy person. I liked going on walks, even at nighttime. When I wanted to go on a walk, it was just really humid. Not to mention, it was a neighborhood I was not familiar with. So, in a way, for the first couple like weeks, it kind of spooked me because I was like, I don't want to walk around dead at night in a neighborhood. I have no fucking idea who lives here. That caused me to be inside more. And my car, I didn't have it. I had like a hand-me-down car from my mom. Thank you, Mom. But unfortunately, the car broke while transporting to Florida. Don't know how that happened. So I didn't have a car either. That caused me to just be inside even more. I was not considered a resident of Florida yet because I just moved. Therefore, the college was very, very expensive. And and the college was also far. So I ended up taking online I took 2 online classes only because I was paying an arm and a leg for it, but I wanted to, you know, somewhat progress in life. That caused me to be inside even more. And then finally, no one wanted to hire someone. I was looking for a job. I applied, went to so many interviews, but all in all, no one wanted to hire someone who just moved to Florida. So that caused me to be inside even more. I wouldn't be considered a resident of the state until I lived here for a year. So for like an entire year, it was just me doing an online class and nothing else. I felt like an absolute bum. I actually felt like awful about myself during that time because I felt like I just wanted to get a job so I wouldn't feel so useless. I also used to like DoorDash as like a side thing. But where I lived, there was literally never any time slots to DoorDash. Unless it was like 3 or 4 in the morning. And who the fuck is ordering food at 3 or 4 in the morning? Being able to drive really opens up your options. That too, I couldn't even go to the college. But yeah, so yeah, for like a year, I was inside. But I was very lonely, I will admit. Like, the first couple of weeks I lived in Florida were awful. Like, genuinely horrible. I was so lonely. I was, because I wasn't really like online a lot. I was just, I don't know, I liked talking to people. So I didn't really have like much internet friends. Nowadays I have a lot, but like back then I didn't. So I was literally just up at like 1 in the morning, just like laying on the floor doing nothing. I was streaming at the time, yeah, but I didn't really have any motivation because like, I don't know, just we're sad and we're just like, everything sucks. That's the rabbit hole of I started watching Fillion. I met some of the boys from Philly server, and that's how I met Rexon, and then yada yada. But if it wasn't for moving to Florida, I probably wouldn't be a streamer. I am like almost certain I wouldn't have started streaming if I didn't move. So I'm really glad. It was very lonely at first, but I'm so glad. Very happy.